Well, welcome to episode 3 of In the Booth. This is 2 more than I thought. I think a lot of people thought we'd make it to.
We did it.
We got that going for us 3 whole times. I think that's a lot longer than people thought I'd be blogging as well. And I've done that for 8 years, so maybe this will last that long too. Today we'll continue with the timeliness of a lot of the conversations we've been having. We talked about DraftKings and FanDuel last week.
We defeated DraftKings with our
We did. I think a lot of the negative publicity was due in large part to a lot of what we've been talking about. We're bringing down entire industries at this point.
Remarkable thing happened this week where ad blocking technology apps have garnered 3 of the top 5 spots in the best-selling apps on the App Store for the iOS. And there's an entirely new technology that keeps ads from showing up on your phone across all kinds of apps.
You used ad blockers?
I am guilty of using ad blockers on every piece of equipment that I own, and it's terrible. Now that I'm kind of on the other side of things, I see how frustrating they are because we're just trying to do good work that people want to see. But as a consumer, you just don't want to be interrupted with what you're trying to do. You're trying to watch a YouTube video. You're trying to read a blog post, and there's just something that distracts you.
I look at it differently, and I can appreciate the messages that you get sometimes that say for best experience, turn this off. Turn off your ad blocker. And my first thought when I read those is, as someone in the industry, that's not the best experience. This is the best experience without your ads. Until you give me a reason to whitelist, that site, until you give me a reason you can actually make something valuable, why would I do that? And so I think the arguments over the legality or combating ad blockers with our ad blocker blockers is kind of the wrong argument to be having. I think that there's a better argument, around why don't we create ads people actually want to see? I don't know. Do you think that might be a solution? I
think that's a solution, but how do you do that?
Well, I think a lot of it is, I like, a lot of the native advertising, and I think they've gotten around it by using a lot of the native advertising that resembles the editorial, and you can still get your messages in, and ostensibly it's providing something of value. Seth Godin, mentions, he says the best advertising is advertising that doesn't click advertising, and I think that speaks to a lot of what we talk about internally of creating stuff that doesn't smack of bias, but is something that people would want to consume. How do we create ads that people ask to be whitelisted?
I think we've talked about this before about storytelling versus marketing, and the benefit of finding the story at the core. When you're joke writing, it's called finding the core of the joke. What is it you're actually trying to say? Obviously buy me, but why buy me? Mm-hmm. I think that compels people so much more than just here's some Snapple, buy it.
That's all we got. We went on for a little longer today, but I think it was a good discussion, and I don't know what we have for the next episode or when that will come out, but if you have any other ideas, let me know. Thanks.